We have the Radiant. We have the Dire. God, Nature's Prophet is a funny looking hero. What is all that? I just don't know what to do with that guy.
He has no nose.
Oh, nose! All right, welcome, my YouTube fans, ladies and gentlemen, humans and non-humans, to another ability draft analysis with me, KarmaKnight, and my friend, Stargate.
Why, hello there.
Hello, hello. We have a solo queue game for you today where I played as this Nature's Prophet and drafted a nice slappy right-click build. It went okay for me. Let's see how the rune pickups go. But first, since we've got almost a whole minute till that happens, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see the draft or the scoreboard analysis afterward, check the link below. There's a Patreon link, and that is the best way to get additional content. Patreon? How do you say that word? I don't know. I can't say
Patreon.
words. We've been over this. All right. It looks like we've got Viper going straight to lane with Chen. They don't care about runes. We've got Quap posturing up to either grab their jungle rune or help fight for the bottom river rune. Abaddon looks like he's all set to take the bottom rune. There's a 3-stack of them on the top rune, and our team is just sleeping on runes. Bane's not even out yet. Troll is not even out yet. Chen and Viper were not close. I got a rune top.
Chen and Viper also don't have any, or sorry, Viper and Bane don't have any items yet.
Yeah, wow. 0 items on Viper. And indeed, 0 items on Bane. Fascinating. What a good way to start this game. So, let's look at the lane matchups just to see how this is going to go. Bottom, we have Chen with a completely ridiculous combo in Essence Flux and Pulse Nova. He had the opportunity to pick up Arcane Bolt and passed it up. Yeah, I don't know. Seems bad. But he's got an Aphotic Shield, which I like a lot with this build since he's on a squishy Chen. We've got a Viper. Viper's build is an evasion build with Diabolic Edict, so he can just stand under towers, I guess. It's kind of a weird one.
Stack evasion with whirling axes. I didn't realize that. That's good.
Yeah, it's remarkably tanky. But it doesn't really do much other than Diabolic Edict, I guess. But that feels more like a push towers than a win fights kind of build to me. So, I'm not sure. I guess Viper Strike, once he gets his Ags, has a nice low cooldown so he can use it consistently. And then Blur and Whirling Axes both have Ags effects. So maybe he just had his eyes on the Ags picks more than anything.
Well, those are 3. I agree.
Across from them, in bottom lane, we've got an Abaddon, who is going deep here, and with the assist from the Quap, picks up First Blood on Viper. Oh no. He's got Static Field, he's got Split Earth, he's got some improved movement speed, he's got Scream. It's a nice caster build. I mean,
Weird on a tank. But he wants the shard.
Yeah.
Storm Surge and Split Earth.
Yep. Unfortunately, he has 2 shards and 1 Ags effect, so I think the shard is the better pickup there for sure, though.
Agreed.
Lastly, bottom, we have Quap with Coup de Grace and pretty much like crowd control. I'm not sure if she's the carry or the support in this lane. All of her regular abilities say support to me, but then her ult says carry. Also, it's Queen of Painbody, who is an excellent right-clicker, so I'm going to assume she's going carry. This is an interesting build. A little bit of a mixed bag. How would you build that?
You know, I'd probably go carry, although I do really like the ability to sprout and then Astral Imprison afterwards or beforehand. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, it looks like she went Dagger into Sprout in this fight here and is just getting a chance to get a lot of damage on the Chen with that combo.
But you know, to critique her a little bit, she does have
Uh-oh.
somebody in lane. Oh yeah.
She backed
Look at
off, and Abaddon went for it. They would have gotten the Chen if she'd gone for it, too.
So again, Abaddon's melee, and so using the Sprout seems like a waste.
Yeah, that's true. They could use the Imprison to, like, close on them and then slow them down with the Shadow Strike and not necessarily need the Sprout, because Abaddon does have the Split Earth also, so...
Correct. That would be
I don't
a really
think
nice
he
combo.
leveled it first. Yeah, it's
No.
not leveled, so... Kind of weird decisions coming out bottom, but...
Yeah, definitely a mistake.
Quap is definitely one to keep an eye on this game with a build like that. Castery builds like this that are like kind of castery on the left side, but then have some good carry potential, certainly have the possibility of doing really well.
Now I noticed this Nature Prophet, who is you, did switch with Viper bottom.
Yep, Viper came top and just didn't want to leave. I did not love how Bane was playing, but Abaddon caught me out there, so I just threw the static link on him to get him to back off and leave me alone. But yes, now there's a Nature's Prophet bottom. Let's look at that build. I see an unleveled Ferver, I see a static link, and I see Whirling Axes. My thought was I was just going to try to get a slow in with Whirling Axes and then run at them with a static link afterward. Seemed to work
fair.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check out mid. We have Troll Warlord. He's got 2 Wraith Bands. Just did a fantastic job of dodging an orb with phase
with
shift.
a level 1 phase shift, yeah.
Yep. It's got Blink, Borrowed Time, Phase Shift, and Waning Rift. This is a kind of a weird build. It's not super nukey. It's got some good survivability stuff, so it's almost a tank build. But on a right-click range hero, I kind of hate it, honestly. Like, it's not bad, but I just wish it was on a different body.
Yeah, I don't see him really being able to transition into carry from there.
Yeah. Bottom at the moment, and on his way back to mid, is Puck, who has a build which is real strong and quite terrifying to me. He's got the ability to jump in with his Illusory Orb. He's got Razor's ult, which is just a ton of damage, and it melts armor. He's got the stacking slow and damage over time from poison attack. And he's got Penitence. I mean, that seems like a good build.
I would have built that differently early game. I would have gotten Penitence and Poison Attack early.
Yeah, I agree. I guess having Illusory Orb maybe just to like nuke down the range creep consistently might be good, but I feel like the way you suggested definitely has much higher kill potential.
100% does.
Next we have Bane, also mid. Still with no items. This Bane was concerning. He made some decisions that, let's just say, I didn't agree with. But he has a really good build. He's got Divine Favor, so he can get some creeps together and push. He's got Nether Toxin and Fiend's Grip, which both allows him to push and pick up very easy kills. And he's got Blink Strike, so he can get on people from out of nowhere and do that. Like, I love his
level
build.
4 and doesn't have a point put in somewhere.
Looks like it. Yeah,
He looks like he's struggling.
He's got 1 point in each ability in his level 4. You're totally right. That's hilarious. I didn't even notice that. And he's creep blocking at 7 minutes for mid. So the creeps end up exactly in the middle. I'm sure Troll is just loving having somebody dropping Nether Toxin on his mid lane every round. And indeed, Troll's going top. Puck's also on the way up there.
Got a kill too. Oh, got a double kill. Nice.
Very nice. That makes it a little bit harder to announce the rest of the lane. What an inconsiderate Troll. Let's see, who else was top? We have, I guess Viper went top. And we already talked about Viper's weird evasion builds after I started top. Ooh, Puck just gets out of death right there with a nice Illusory Orb.
That was so pretty.
Troll chases him with a blink. Might get it this time. Not quite. Bottle's going to save him. All right. We have a Razor. He's got Power Treads and a Wraith Band, quality starting items. And this build is so strange. You have any thoughts on this build? I don't feel like I can talk about this without just tearing him a new one.
Well, okay, so it's definitely a tank build, right? So he's got the brain sap to be able to give himself life. He has the corrosive skin to keep him up, and then of course battle trance to continue being a tank for longer.
So
I
weird
don't
on
like it.
Razor. I don't like it either. I don't know what's up with this build. Seems like a very random hodgepodge of abilities. I see 2 shard effects, like the battle trance, brain sap is 2 shards, but I just don't know what to make of that. That leaves Leshrac, who is standing in Fountain at the moment. I'm sure he's going to move again any second now. And he's got a pretty nice combo with Curse of Avernus and Stifling Dagger. I'd love to see a point in Nightmare, because that really can just give him the time to get the silence from Curse of Avernus up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love Dream Coil as an ult in general. I mean, I know it's an AoE CC, technically, kinda, but if they don't have to run right away, people can just stand in it and never get stunned and never take meaningful damage. So
Better as a follow-up.
yeah, it's also great with like push effects.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got like Keeper of the Lights Nova thing that pushes everybody back, or Huskar's Burning Rage that knocks everybody back. Like if you can push people out of it, or like Mars Shield and Spear thing, like if you can push people out of it, it can be quite strong. But if they have the option to just stand in it and man fight you, like, not as good. Maybe he'll pick up a Force Staff, considering the Orb of Venom Mask of Madness starting build. I kind of doubt it. That puts us at 10 minutes. Let's take a look at net worth and see how this game is going. So, Leshrac is actually crushing it on net worth. Followed by Bane, no surprise there, he's got another Toxin.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Troll, no surprise there, he was mid. Then come Chen, Puck, and me, and Quap. So, kind of like all the carries are middling on the gold right now. It's a little strange.
Yeah, win probability is pretty much on the side of Dire at the moment. Early game, it seemed, at about 5 minutes, it seemed to be on the Radiant side.
Oh. You can look at graphs during the game. I had no idea. I usually just flip on net worth and call it a day. Oh,
You can also see all their inventory too on the graph, next to the graph, which is nice.
That's very convenient. Mm-hmm. Learning how to be a caster.
Yeah, there's some conveniences.
Oh, and you can sort net worth a couple different ways too. Wow. All right. Well, I immediately notice on the Radiant side of things, there's 4 of us trying to have farm, and Viper kind of floundering. My critique here is pretty much Bane, stop that.
Yeah. Yeah, Bane's really messing things up. Granted, he only has 5 points in right now.
Quap is very low on farm, as is Abaddon, so it seems like they just had a bad lane bottom, or an unsuccessful farm bottom, one way or the other. Chen is now online, and this is a good time to start, like, just keeping an eye on Chen, because when he does his thing, it's gross. He's after Leshrac top right now.
You need some more slow. Oh, there's that.
There's that kill. Yep.
Yep, okay.
He had some support come in, or he would have gotten silence right there, which might have been the end of that. But with me and Viper there, he dies. And now Viper's just evading the tower shots and standing under it.
Mm-hmm.
I figured with Ferver, I would just try to blow up towers this game. Troll picks up another kill mid during that fight. You know, while Troll's build is kind of weird and I don't love it, it's certainly not bad. Tanky builds with a little bit of nuke on a good right clicker, like, have all the potential in the world.
Ooh, and you have all that static link damage because of battle trance. That's pretty nice.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's a nice little triple kill there, and an easy tower afterward. I maybe could have dove for Quap here, but I kind of feel like I
Yeah.
need to push for my team, so I just blow up the tower.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not gonna argue with that. That's legitimate strategy.
Razor TPs into our jungle and
To
very
get
much
the
gets
rune.
caught. Yep. Very much gets caught by Bane, but nobody has any follow-up for him. It's a little bit embarrassing. I just was not even paying attention to that. I was looking to get some farm here.
To be fair, too, though, Bane still has 2 points he hasn't put in. I think he's new.
And he has an axe and no boots. Let me tell you, my team sure had some things to say to this Bane. He was trying hard to farm. He was not buying reasonable items. He was not necessarily playing with the team or to the team's advantage. We certainly had some words with this Bane that were less than friendly.
I'm sure.
That's a
Dota?
mid
Less than
tower
friendly?
down.
Never.
Bottom's already gone. We've got some wards up on our side.
Queen of Pain
And-
seems like struggling with items, too, with farming.
Yeah, so she doesn't have any good farm abilities. Looks like she's going treads into Witchblade with lifesteal. Like,
So she legit needs a farming item. Like, that's...
yeah, that's what I see here. Treads are fine, but like she needs to turn that Morbid Mask into a Mask of Madness so she can actually clean up creep camps reasonably quickly with it. That's what I've been doing this game. Is just eating creep camps with Morbid Mask and blowing off Wrath of Nature. And I'm currently at 6,400 net worth, and she's at 38.
Yeah,
And,
you're
like,
leading.
Yeah, Wrath of Nature is a really incredible farming tool. The bonus damage you get, like right now I'm at 42 bonus damage after a Wrath, and my net worth just jumped up like 500 from cleaning up a creep camp and using a Wrath once. It's a little silly how much gold it can rack you up once you start spamming it. I do decide to go for the Ags here because, like I mentioned earlier, I just wanted the lockdown. I see this fight kind of posturing up to happen mid, and I was just like, I'm going to just shove down towers if nobody stops me. Leshrac shows up here, so I hit the tower anyway. I don't know, about a third of its life. Meanwhile, Troll and Chen... sorry, Troll's not there. Chen is making it happen top. Razor just barely survives the onslaught with Troll's ult. But now there's 4 of them dead. Puck calls GG. I'm currently able to buy the next part for my Ags. Chen with some very gentle and perfectly reasonable trash talk. So I'm kind of amazed Bane's not getting kills. Like, I don't know what's happening here that combo's not racking up kills. Maybe he's just not auto-attacking when he does it. Maybe he's not blinking in after he does it, but... I mean, also, maybe Chen is just pulse novaing everything down, so he's out DPS'd.
I still think he's new. Like, I think that's the bread and butter of this.
He
this
certainly
thing.
talked like he thought he was the business, so I don't know, maybe he just transitioned from LoL. Here I am, pressuring bottom again. Popping Mask of Madness, letting the Frenzy stacks, or not Frenzy, Ferver stacks pile up. And that's an easy tower.
You're taking those towers.
Listen to our Bane, he's the best. Trolling troll is a troll. I have my Ags on my way right now at 18 minutes after an Orb of Corrosion and a Mask of Madness. Feel like I'm doing okay on my farm. Troll has me out leveled. He's got a Maelstrom. Bane still rocking exactly and only Ags. With 7 out of 10 skills selected so far.
He's getting his shard right now too.
He put 2 points into attributes. Fascinating.
Wait, can you do that?
Yep.
Oh.
I wonder if there was some logic to that, or if he's just a weirdo. I genuinely have no idea.
His talent tree, you mean? Mm.
Yeah. On your talent tree, the bottom button is 2 to all attributes, and you can select it if you'd rather do that than level abilities. I do that sometimes when I get an ability as like an afterthought and don't care about leveling it. Or in this game, I believe I'm doing that before I level my whirling axes, because I'd rather have more stats than 3 more levels in whirling axes, because it already gets all of its damage and its full slow speed. It just lasts a little bit longer.
Sure.
But pressure's on bottom. I get a nice long static link off on Razor. That puts me at 100 bonus damage. And while I do end up banished, we explode the puck when I come back. You clean up the racks. My whole team abandons me, and I die.
You are the deads.
I don't have any idea why they left. That was a 4v3 bottom. I just have no idea why they left, but whatever. Nobody asked me. We certainly did not have a perfect game.
Communication, Brian. Communication.
Oh yeah, we didn't have that. Anyway, the net worth is like hilariously out of joint now that we just pushed all those towers and had a big team fight and we're up 15 kills. Like, Chen and I are both over 10k net worth, followed by Troll at 8.6.
Even with
Bane
that feed that Chen just did. That's funny.
And then their entire team below 6.4. Oh, and Viper with the weirdest build and the no farm capability. Viper has a Blink Dagger. I guess he's also playing support. Blinking in and making the other team miss seems alright.
It's weird.
It's so weird. It's a very strange build. I'm still just fully confused by it. Don't know
Franco
what to think.
boots are strange too on that build.
Yeah, you think with all the evasion, he's maybe like trying not to lose his life in the first place? I don't know. That's a very easy puck pickup in the middle for Chen. Maybe that's why he picked Lightning Storm, just so he could secure the kills. Anyways, here goes another tower. I really love the combination of Mask of Madness and Ferver for pressuring buildings.
It's very strong.
It's quite absurd. I also really enjoyed tethering Razor this game because he would turn on Troll's ult and then run at me and just give me the full duration of tether and let me pick up just hundreds of damage.
And he's not going to die to you during that time frame.
Well, I'm not going to die to him during that time frame either because his damage is getting sapped away.
Correct.
And he just straight up can't die. It's a hilarious anti-pick, really. And I didn't plan it. But as soon as I realized that's how that worked, I started focusing on trying to hit my tethers on Razor. Razor with the weird build, unsurprisingly, is the bottom of the net worth.
At least everything's right in the world with that.
I feel like Puck really had potential. Yeah, like the two really weird builds on Razor and Viper are just absolutely the bottom of the pile. Puck is also down there, which I think at this point they're just outplayed and having a bad game. But his build had potential. But yeah, this Chen build is just freaking monstrous. The trash talk from the Chen is maybe a little rude and a little unnecessary. Huh, Viper just blinked in and didn't bother with whirling axes, so he just melted. Meanwhile, Chen is like, yeah, I'll just stand in the middle of all of you.
Yeah, Chen seems to have gotten to a point.
And once he has the Eternal Shroud up, like, oh hey, look, there goes the puck build doing its thing from inside a fountain. Lol.
That's 2 racks, though.
Yeah, once he has the Eternal Shroud, he's got a lot of sustain. But yeah, we got Rax bottom, we got Rax mid. That, for me, was my cue to switch to top lane and just bring this in. I went with Scatty and Orb of Corrosion because I just wanted some toughness. I felt like I had damage and attack speed and everything just fully under control. So some extra slow and some toughness was all I was going for with my builds.
Unsurprisingly, the graph for win probability shows 100% dire.
Wow, it's been fully on the ground, huh?
Uh-huh.
That's quite funny.
Yep. Yeah, for the last 5 minutes, it's just been on the ground.
Yeah, this one was a little wee bit one-sided.
That Abaddon's doing work, but he's just so low level. Like, he's outclassed at this point.
Yeah. I get slept top by the Abaddon and I get silenced. Puck gets on me with all the poison attacks and I get exploded top. Meanwhile, my team is just trying to base lock them, which it's a little greedy. We're only 25 minutes. Like, we're not really at stand behind tier 4s and in front of fountain and be guaranteed to get kills kind of power levels. Like, Troll's doing a pretty good job at it. Viper's dying when he goes in there, though. I just died trying to high ground. Like, I feel like there is at least some impetus for us to still play reasonably well and reasonably safe.
Yeah, to take caution anyway.
Yeah. And sure enough, there's the double kill. Chen's like, what is caution? I'll just run into all 5 of them. His Lotus Orb and his Hood do some work, but in the end, 5v1s are not a good way to go. Troll gets some damage in on top. But right about now, I was like, this isn't working. We need to have a successful push. So while my team is down, I figured with 2 sets of racks down, I had time to Roche, especially with Ferver. Sure enough, hint, I make it.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, I like just waiting till after I see the stun come out and hitting my Mask of Madness. You usually have a little bit of a window right afterward. And, you know, with max stacks of Fervor, 360 attack speed is more than enough to lifesteal away.
Well, and also you have, Scatty, which prevents him from attacking as fast.
Yep. I pick up an Illusion Rune, try to get some vision for my team. I'm certainly not the one buying wards this game. Team calls for the pressure top. I am all for that. I decided to jungle for a hot second here. I don't know why. I don't feel like this is really necessary. Oh, maybe it's because it's 27 minutes. And I just wanted to pick up some items for my team.
I guess the Lotus Orb is for the Poison Sting and all of Quap's ability. Okay. I guess it's useful. There's a lot of things that... Yeah, okay. That's fair. Puck's abilities, Leshrik's abilities.
For the Lotus Orb?
Yeah,
but
it deflects and targeted.
there's the dagger, there's the brain sap, there's the penitence, there's the other dagger, there's the astral imprison. It's got plenty of targets.
Mm-hmm.
It's also kind of just like, well, I mean, I guess this isn't true. It definitely needs targets. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting pick, this game. I like it, conceptually. Their team doesn't really feel threatening enough for it to be something I would care about that much, but... Anyway, the siege has begun. Looking to bait people out. Bane covers me. We pick up the Abaddon.
Especially with the Aegis. Why not bait them?
Oh, yeah. I honestly don't play anywhere near as reckless as I should and could with Aegis.
Mm-hmm. Well, it feels bad to feed, you know,
yeah,
with
to
an
just
Aegis.
lose it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have my whole team here, so we're just kind of pushing in lanes. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say whole team? I don't know what Troll's doing right now. Jungle Troll. Maybe he just respawned or something. Anyway, we all finally end up standing on the top racks. I throw out an ult to help me get some lockdown. I give up my Aegis. Chen fights the other team.
Puck gets away at 16 health.
Puck gets away at 16 health. I steal some nice damage off the Razor again. And,
You're standing and splitting Earth.
I think I'm right on the edge of it.
He
Let's
got
see if I get
stunned
stunned. Oh, I got stunned again.
Ah!
I don't care about no stinking stuns.
Well, especially if they're not there.
Yeah, there's 4 of them down. That's Rack's top. I believe this game ends promptly now.
Can you tip me? Well.
The ever classy straight up requesting tips by Razor. Nice. Always a good thing to do when you are last place on the net worth and have fully let your team down. That's 2 mid towers down. A couple other heroes coming up. I unfortunately don't have any way to survive Fountain, so I kind of have to just tiptoe around it, especially with the Aegis already down.
Yep.
But, it's too late.
Ooh, they got you.
They got me. That Quap crit finally did it. It's funny. I still think Quap has an incredibly good build. I like Witchblade. I hate Hood of Defiance. I like Mask of Madness. I'd like to just see like a Bloodthorn. Yeah, I just bought back and came back because I wanted to blow up that fountain and call it a game.
GG.
GG, indeed. If you've been watching this far, thanks for watching. I stream Tuesdays and Thursday nights, so if you want to hang out live with me and probably Stargate, you could come do that. If you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon. If you like merchandise, that's also on Patreon. There is finally merchandise. It's very exciting. Yeah, good luck, have fun, don't die, and I will catch you in the next one.
Laters.